Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another stream. Welcome, welcome. Hope you had a great start into the week. Yeah, let's get started. I did a little bit of UI work again off stream. I don't think it's that interesting to stream that kind of stuff. Especially it was just changing the ImGUI, like playing around with the ImGUI style, because I was not too happy. Well, and I had an idea how to like try something. So it's a little bit more bluish now, which fits as well better like this view, which I did separately, but yeah, it's kind of nice. And then I added as well the possibility, because you couldn't really swap between entities with the arrow keys, so now you can. So smaller things. Yeah, so nothing too fancy, but couple of things, I guess. Well, I think that was it more or less. I didn't really do a whole lot. Yeah, that was it. I mean, as well I did this, right? I mean, this goes in hand. So I did the changing of color and style mostly for this window. Then it turned out like it works well for everything else as well. Now you can do that, which is kind of nice. Well, okay. I think there was one thing I wanted to do before we go right back into the terrain. Oh yeah, the search bar. Doesn't have the correct color setting, which I'm kind of... So the close button is probably get color U32. Button. And then this is frame border. Border. And is there a border active or something like that? I mean, I guess we could do button active and see how that looks. That looks actually not so bad. Where do I have a button? Wait, there is another thing. Oh, wait. Okay, well, that is kind of unfortunate. Ah, no, maybe not. Okay. Probably here as well. Button. And then if we are the active ID, otherwise we do that. I think that will do it. Okay, maybe not. Is it not active? Ah, god damn it. Is that not it? Is active force? But isn't that... Hmm. Oh, what is the active ID then? Six 1 3. What is that? Step into specific. It's not that. It's not that. Oh wait. No, that should be fine. Or is it fine? Oh wait. I think I broke it, right? $120. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe this should be ID. Ah, yeah, it was that. Alright, cool. Perfect. Then we can make that bigger, right? We can scroll and it never goes over the text box here. That's pretty much perfect. I think the only last thing I want to do before we go back. So we go back to the components panel and do one last thing, which is basically because we should have yeah. It's basically if selected entities empty, then we can do that. So we should not be able to right click now, and now we are able. Perfect. Cool. All right. I think with that we can move on to the terrain again. So yeah, what we already do is this. Basically, we add the sphere here, and that's about it. I do think one first step would be that we collapse all of that. We go to the terrain panel. Or maybe we want to address that right away. No. Yeah, let's try to fix that. So we try create the component here. And I think we want to create another variation of that. I mean, kind of like that. I always forget how that's done. Like it, no register. I always forget how those template arcs work. My God. Here. Okay. So here dot dot dot, and then here dot dot dot, like that. Afterwards, okay. Yeah, that syntax is not really ingrained into my head. Do I need to do that? But actually we need to implement that here now, right? Ah, but that doesn't exist. So we probably have to do that, cast it to that. Cast it to that. What? Ah, like that. And then we can do that. And then here we can do a special version. Eh? Okay, I'm too stupid today or what? Oh, it's like... God damn it. Alright, and then we kinda do that. Does that work? Should work. Let's see if it works. Let's see if that works. I mean, it builds, but that doesn't mean a lot. So when we go to the terrain panel now, for example, the ID component, can we do that and get rid of that? Cannot convert from that. Oh, is it? Do I need to be more explicit? I guess. Oh, did I not make it const, right? Yeah. Do I need this actually as a... Oh yeah, I do, right, for the... Well, I mean, technically... probably this could be a static thing and we don't actually need a type here. Okay. So in theory, if I do that, show the ID, runtime ID 11, perfect. Then if I do another one, 12, perfect. So that works. That was easy. But then I'm wondering, do I even need? Oh no, I need it, right? Because I don't know. I mean, in this case, it could be a static function. Let's actually do that in this case. Because it doesn't really matter in this case. Does it? Oh no, we do need the factory. Never mind, yeah. I mean, we could probably build it in a way that works statically. But I don't think it's really worth it. Alright, cool. But that's nice because what that allows me to do is I think I should be able to do hopefully that. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. Name component. All gone. And this is brush size. Yeah, that's what I thought. So what we need is... I mean, what does that do? Do I need that? Isn't that exactly the same? Is it because it's not public? Huh? Oh. But now it works, right? Perfect. So we got that working, which is already way nicer. And then the only remaining thing is we need the SSBO. Oh yeah, we started that, right? Yeah, exactly. We started that here. When we have this buffer here. Because then here we have a sphere exactly with the position and the radius. Which is good enough for this test. So we need a couple of new... Well, we don't need to do everything at once, right? We can go first to... Well, here I wanted to do as well something. Probably something like that. Good. Actually what I wanted to do is go here, here. And do we do it in the... So in the ray trace, we do the hit position, but we don't do anything specific with the... So I would say we do it here. Do we do it here? Probably. So we give another buffer. I mean, probably 2 buffers, right? word volume sources. And word volume sources, actually. Let's call it list and data, and then we have here that plus another float. Well, actually, yeah, let's keep those together. Oh, we can do that. Then we have this is all octree specific, and then we have float operation type, where let's say uint. Brush size and another uint brush type. Now we can do one float padding. Then we need here the include. Volume sources dot h. Which doesn't really need a whole lot. Yeah. Which is beautiful. So we do that. We actually need it's a little bit of the question if we really want to. Oh, sorry. If I want to do it right away, or we do it with a frame delay. That is the question I'm not sure about. Because in theory we can do it right away. But it might make the shader a little bit more complicated. But maybe it's fine. Not sure. It would be something along those lines though, where we basically take that volume index, my volume source index is that plus 1. And then u constants at the volume sources at volume source index is our data object basically. And here we would basically do unpack or like create volume source Can I do that plus the volume source index plus the u constants brush type u constants brush operation? Although, hold on. No, we don't need that. That's enough, right? Well, brush size squared potentially. Ah, see, that's a bit of a Ah, that's fine, I think. And then u int. Oh, maybe not. Wait, let me think. Before I commit to that, let me think. So, for spheres that we want to spawn, that works. Or like for any CSG shape, that would work. But for the grid, and the potential source of a noise. I mean, it would still probably work. The question is it smart to do it like that? Maybe we do another. Maybe we do another shader for that creation of the volume sources. And this is really just updating. Let's try that. Or yeah, that or do I keep it simple for now? I mean, it doesn't really make it simpler, right, doing that. It's either that, doing it here, or in a separate shader. In the CPU, I think it's not worth it to do it. I mean, maybe we do it in a separate shader. Rename. Create volume source. We don't need that. Don't need an indirect dispatch. We don't need that. We don't need any of that. We only need the hit position buffer, the volume source list, and those things. Then this is float padding 3 basically. That could then be as well an update, right? But for now we actually make this super simple. And we just do what we did there, basically. So we take our volume source index, we take add that index and we initiate that with the u constants rush type, u constants rush operation type, and the volume source index. No. Yeah. No. No. The volume data index. Oh yeah, it is. It is. I think that's why I have them enabled as well, because there was some issue. In some class, I think on MSVC, it complained Was it MSVC? I think. I'm not sure. I think I got an error somewhere when I tried it disabled. It's a fun time. Do I have a data count on that? I hope. Oh no, yeah, we don't need that actually. Can be this. Or was it maybe Clang? I don't know. Someone complained, yeah. Although I think, no, I had that on MSVC because that's why I think I did. Wait, where is it? Isn't in my CMake script some weird thing with MSVC? This ESE something blah. Isn't that something exception based? That I had to turn on to silence this stupid error. I have no idea, man. Yeah, see, I think I had to enable them for some weird thing. I have no idea. Ha! So who has now RTTI enabled? Joke's on you. Type operation index. Type operation index. Perfect. But we need to call that as. Oh wait. No, we store it like that. So that's a uint 16t, right? It's like that, I think. Then uint 16t. uint 32. Well, I mean, I think that's a uint 32 anyways. Is that correct? uint 16, uint 16, uint 32. Perfect. And then we clear it at the end. And then we create the volume source on this with that. We have here a void create volume source. Yeah, no, let's do that. U constants. So we probably have this. And then we have a uint source index and float brush size. Well, you said it doesn't work without RTTI, so I don't know. Probably somewhere. Damn, you have a lot of logs in your CMake file. Oh, okay, you removed it. I see. All right, so sources, add source index. I will put a to do here, to do offset based on come on, what's the word? Oh my god. Page size basically, or like memory. Oh, it's not page. Is it pool? No. I had a word in mind, but whatever. I see. Hold on. Actually, that's not it. So let's actually just create a CSG sphere for now. Where we need to include, of course. Or is it just sphere? Is it just sphere? It's just sphere. And now we do CSG sphere. Okay, like that. Sphere. Add U. Well, actually, we need U constants hit. Well, actually, we already have it here. Hit position, perfect. We have here like 3 hit position. And then we do that plus the brush size, and we are done. To do add other brush types, but who cares about that, right? So sources, add source index is, and then the thing is what is the volume source? It's a U int, so we need well, we could actually say, do we do that in the sphere? Or do we do pack volume source sphere in the source index and sources? And then let's do it here for now. Void pack volume source with the CSG, or with this, and CSG sphere, and the U and source index. That sources at source index is our sphere position. Volume sources. Sources data. Is is sphere.position.x. I'm not sure if that works, what I want to do, but probably not. I think it's not that, right? It's fuck. Gets position and radius uppercase. Thing is, how do I do that? Can I just do that? Wait, let's just write it in. Or will that complain? Will probably complain, right? But can I do that somehow? Oh, okay. Is it float bits to int? Or we could float bits to uint, right? I guess we could do the other. We could actually just store floats, right? It probably is. Anyways, floats that we want to store. So let's do that, and then if we do store something else, we will deal with that. So if we do want to store ints, we can just do it bitwise. So that should do it. And then we always do the source index times 4, right? Because that's the memory size for now. Of the pool that we have. Might work. So let's go to the terrain panel, add another shader. Is it the edit terrain? Yeah, we can use that. Maybe create volume source shader. And create volume source shader effect. I don't think we actually need to have this reference here. Right. Edit volume. Are we even using that? Don't think so. Generate mesh. Don't think we use both of them. Yeah, those are old. Great. So that one is create volume source. Mm-hmm. All right. And then we do that, we read back the terrain head and we spawn volume source on the commute command buffer. Of course, not const. M spawn. I'll create volume source. And that is just that plus the U64. What do we have? Well, not U64. Ah, we have those two. Okay. That was other things, right? So we have this. Then we have the hit buffer. And then we have a brush type. Then we have a brush operation. And U32, F32 brush size. Actually not squared. And then heading of 3. Perfect. Then we create that. Oh my god. Go away. Brush size. And go away, go here. Do we have that already? No, right? Do we have it in the terrain word octree is the question. Oh, we do. And then volume objects data. So we need the terrain octree here. Volume objects and volume objects data. Alright, then we do this. Dispatch that and profit. Then the only thing I think we need is go here and actually create those. SSBO volume source list props. And that is the U64 basically. Times. Not really node count, let's do 100 for now. Doesn't really matter. Volume objects. And then here SSBO volume source data. Is basically a VEC4 for now. Times 100. To do fix amount of SSBO. Well, fix amount of sources. And data size. But it will do the trick for now. Questions. I'm not sure what a good value is for that, but I think, I don't know, 1,000 would be probably good enough for most cases. All right. So that's that. Do we need anything else? Is the question now. Did we change? Oh yeah, we did change that, so let's revert that. I think that's fine again. And we create that. And let's see if that works for now. That's already quite some changes. So good chance that we crash with a beautiful GPU crash again, because that's what we usually do. So we do that and we crash, perfect. But not with a GPU crash. But instead in Sphere, in CSG, we are missing something. Yes, we are. That's fair. Alright, in 46 in the create. 46. 46? Ah, because it doesn't know that, or we need to includes volume source. No, wait, that should work, right? Oh, but they'd probably... Ah, it's here, sources. Is that it? That might be it. No, still 46. Ah, is it maybe that we don't want that? It needs to be like that? Or something like that, maybe? That might be what it's complaining about. Sphere dot radius equals brush size. Let's do it like that then. 57. What is it called? Volume source. But that works in the tree, right? Maybe she likes you. Or she wants to spend less time with you. That might be the other option. Could be both. Could be any of those, I mean. Which one it is, we'll probably never find out. Super undeclared identifier constants? Did I? Oh. Well, that works, right? Yeah. Word volume sources. Ah. It's that one. Where? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's not brush size squared, right? Stupid me. Well, it is brush size. Oh, but God, I can't type or what? Guess I can't type. Alright, so that works. Let's see if we crash. We do. Why? Oh, because we... Of course. Terrain panel? No. Where do we do that? God damn it. Oh, here. Or maybe she just likes you. Oh, maybe it's a sale again? Yeah, maybe. Might be, right? Okay, we have a push constant thing again. 56? What? Why would that be the case? But it's not this one, right? 64, like, that's 860. No, it has to be probably this one. Where it fails. Did I do something stupid? I mean, probably. Else this wouldn't complain. Ha, here it is, yes. So that's a padding of 2, but do we not have a padding of 2 here? Oh, but maybe not. Wait, is a padding of 2 correct? Shouldn't that be a float padding 3? Shouldn't that be a float padding 3? Hit position, brush size, squared, max geometric error. Oh, we are not putting that there or what? Brush size squared. F32 max geometric error. And we have Onyx F32 complex surface threshold. Another padding of 3. Did we not? Did I not already do that? Oh, we have the brush size squared, yes. Max geometric error. What is it? Terrain system? Volume terrain system. Where is it? Yeah, that. That we have not defined that yet is a little sus. And the brush size, geometric, that. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. Maybe not. What? What the hell? Oh, yes, of course. My bad. Plane. That one. Cube. That one. Ah, that's cool. Like the Shadow of the Tomb Raider and stuff like that, right? I mean, new. It's not that new. I like that trilogy, right? Like Shadow of the Tomb Raider and I don't know what the others are called. Rise of the Tomb Raider and the other one. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Recently, 1 year ago, I think I played 2 of them. I don't think I played all 3 again, but they're really good. I liked the first one probably the most. Although the second one was good as well, I think the third one was a little bit... yeah. It was okay, let's say it like that. But for me, like... those games, it's really nice how they handle like the transitions between gameplay and cinematics. I mean, I don't know if you already played them, so... but I think that's like one of the nicest transitions I've seen in games usually. Like how they like as well, like how they handle like when you walk into like a corridor and suddenly you lose like the control of your character and it goes into a cutscene flawlessly. Like that's like insanely well done compared to other games, in my opinion. Uh-oh. Failed allocating memory. Say what? Do we have an error here? No. What the hell is going on then? Why would you suddenly fail? Can you please open? Okay. Whatever. Cool story. Sources list. Oh, we have 2. That's a problem. Did I name them the same? Did I really do that? That would be unfortunate. Of course, I didn't. Let's see if we have some data in there. It's basically the thing that I'm most interested in. Oh, god damn it. It's when you start your thing without render doc. Maybe that comes on the list, actually. Hold on. It's like either... I mean, maybe this one because it's kind of lightweight, I would say. Render doc integration. That would be nice. And it shouldn't be too hard, I think. So basically that you can just start Visual Studio and launch it with a command line argument and it gives you the feature that you can do a capture for render doc. Then I don't need to start render doc explicitly anymore. That would be pretty awesome, and I mean that was something that was working in other engines, or like in other engines I worked with professionally. And I think it didn't look that complicated to add that. All right, so volume sources, and then let's do U int data. Why, that's unfortunate. Oh wait, it's float, right? Still unfortunate. But we clicked already, right? Oh no, yeah, we did. Okay. Sad. And that is 0 as well. Unfortunate. Maybe it's because we are not transitioning the resources correctly. So let's do that first. So let's transition this one and this one to shader right and shader right, and afterwards to shader read. Maybe, right? Maybe that's it. Scene editor, yes. Do that. And let's. And then texture. Our resource inspector. Oh, that looks bad already. Unfortunate. Okay, let's then do something else. Let's see. Create volume, yeah. Maybe. Okay, let's try something. Maybe that doesn't work like that. Maybe we just do U constants. Like maybe we need to do it like that, right? Maybe it was like a reference that it just didn't take with it. Oh, and then maybe this needs to be an in. Although it should. No, that's not needed, right? Oh, we can as well do a beautiful debug print. Adding sphere with radius %f. Sphere radius. Oh, but this works, right? So shouldn't that already be the case then? But it's not. Very odd. I have a bad feeling about that, but let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. What? Oh. Fair. Okay, I have another suspicion what might be happening, but... Huh? Oh. Okay. But maybe... add index percent U. That looks fine. Okay. So why would that not work then? What? No, thank you. That's interesting that it fails if I do that. Does it fail all the time if I do that? So I didn't click somewhere, I just... Huh. You're suspecting the Ubisoft GPU, okay. I mean, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. Why would that fail to see the data? But I mean, it fails completely in like all areas. Oh, what? Why would that fail? Because we clearly... Oh, we didn't. Wait a second. Okay, I mean, I don't really care about that. But this is kinda weird. It doesn't execute the shader here. Or was it? No, it was something with the debugger, right? It doesn't show the log message for some reason in RenderDoc. Not quite sure why. Maybe it's this that we need to enable. Very weird. What we can do as well is if constants hit position buffer has hit do that. Not sure if that will do anything. I doubt it, but maybe. Oh, okay, well, that didn't really work. Oh, it's 0. That's it. Sorry, shader. It's 0, of course. So is that better? Does that fix your problem? No. That's so weird. The question is, how can I find out what that is? Let's do one thing. Let's always write that on position 0. Oh, let's always write that on position 0. And that's it basically. So we force it on position 0 always. And then we go here. And we don't do that for now because we don't really need that. I mean, we can just... Where is it? We can kill the read bag, I think. Oh wait, where is it? Create volume source? Where did we call that? Ah, here. Yeah, okay. So we kill the read back, we don't care about that. And now we just do that all the time again? So that we see it in RenderDoc potentially? Not sure how bad that now is in terms of... I mean, it shouldn't be a performance issue. Okay, yeah. And then in RenderDoc, we should be able to see that. When we do a capture. And then we have a message list somewhere. Is it errors and warnings or... Ah no, wait, it's in pipeline, I think, or... Then here. Oh yeah, here. Okay, yeah. Then here. Adding sphere at... Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Good one. That looks a little bad, not gonna lie. But who cares about that? We don't use that currently. Then this. There it is. Okay, so it's just an issue of RenderDoc optimizing it away or something like that. Probably. Is my current assumption that RenderDoc just doesn't show it because we never use it in like the frame. So it's there, but it's, yeah, not used. So that's, I think, why it's like garbage. But I think that's correct because... well, we don't have that position. But yeah, it looks kind of right. Yeah, we are not creating the volume source, so it's hard to say. Okay. So that works. And with that in the GPU, we can trigger and evaluate. And with that, then we can regenerate the mesh in that area. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. Why is the dispatch not with a name associated? Can I do that? Where is it? VK command dispatch. Why would you not have redraw? Redraw. Okay. Add Tracy. What can't I do as well? Where is it? The debug label thing. Debug. No. Labor. Not sure where it is. Ah yeah, begin debug label and debug label. Pipeline, get pipeline layout. No. Get properties. Debug name. And then a color. I don't know. Okay. And debug label doesn't need anything, right? Dispatch indirect. Yeah, good enough, I guess. You have to be cooking for stuff to work? Yeah, maybe. Did you cook or what? Why did you get used to the Spanish way of living and eating at like basically in the middle of the night? Is that now your new way of living? Which is something I cannot support. Not just kidding. I don't know, I just never, that was something I could never get used to. That they eat so late. I mean, we talked already sometime like a month or 2 months ago about that. But did you finally adjust or what? In Croatia they eat that late as well or what? Beautiful. Beautiful. I think it would be even nicer if we can queue... if we can group them together, but... Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Funny. Do I call it a day with the stuff for the terrain for today? Maybe. That's a good progress. We have the update. So what's left? We need to now... We have the GPU buffer updated. We have the octree data. So I think it's not a lot actually. I think only taking those 2 buffers that we create here and kicking them off to be subdivided again. So we might need to take a look at the terrain system again. So either we reuse stuff there, which will be probably not so easy, so probably we need a new shader for it. I mean, we can maybe reuse some stuff, but realistically I don't think we can use too much. My fiance really does live Spanish way of how things work. Like if you want to do something without being surrounded with people, you need to do it in the middle of the day and not in the evening. Yeah, that's true. All right, I have one last thing I wanted to do today, which has nothing to do with the actual terrain. There is a thing that I am annoyed with that I did, and I'm not quite sure why I did it that way. Probably because I didn't want to do a template for it. That is true. So the thing is, I do think I would want something like bool draw property. And now we have a string view property name. And we just have a template type name t. And then t value. And can I do a delete here? Does that work? But then I still need to define them, right? The ones I want. So basically I need to do draw property string view property name template and then string, for example. Alright. Is it like that? And then I can implement it in the CPP? And I can just do that. So where does that fail? Hopefully somewhere. Do I not use that somewhere? Okay, I do. Where did I do that? Draw pin. Okay. String. Isn't it like that? Is it like that? What? Draw string property. Ah, that one, right? That one doesn't exist anymore. Huh, yes, perfect, okay. So that is draw property now. Which is exactly what I wanted. Render graph. Huh. Oh, okay, that's anyways a little bit stupid. That's like an old one. I should to do fix in 0.50. Perfect. With a polish and bug fixing, because that's a problem. Draw property. Oh, that whole class should be revisited with 0. Alright, so let's add a text. Perfect. Wait, why is it 2 times text? Terrain text editor. Text. Drawstring input, draw input. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. That's a. Oh, well, maybe we should do. Can I maybe do? Hmm. Can I leave out the name somehow? I guess not. That sucks. So it has to be something like that, which doesn't really work because it's not a string, so it needs to be something like that. Does that work? No. Unfortunate. So it needs to be a format, which sucks even more. But whatever. What? Yesterday she learned why I proposed to her in the middle of the day when I took her with me to stay at dinner, and she saw why I... Oh, okay. I see. Funny. Text. So that works. Does that still work? Okay, yeah, that works still. Fascinating. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We probably need to come up with a solution for that that's nicer than this. Yeah, that's true. That is very much true. So yeah, so basically I want to get rid of all the special ones. Oh. Although, does that help then? I mean, kind of. Maybe that's actually not such a good idea after all. I mean, that is a good idea, never mind. That is needed. But maybe this is not really the way to go. I don't know. I have to think about it, because the problem is I cannot then do custom attributes for flags. So that's a little bit of a issue. Which sucks, but yeah. not too sure about that, actually. Let me actually... I will come back to you about that, because there was a website where we ordered some stuff, like Austrian stuff, to Spain. I need to find the website again, but there was one, because we ordered some stuff. I will ask my fiance about that. Maybe she can remember. Not sure if they had that though. But as I said, I will come back to you tomorrow with or like in Discord, even before tomorrow. Yeah. I will call it a day now though. Are we building again? I want to be on a version that builds again, and then we will call it a day. Okay, we are. Okay, cool. All right. So, that's ugly. That should be behind. Disgusting. All right, we will fix that thing. Anyways, thank you very much for joining. We didn't do that much, but we spawned the sphere in the background on the GPU, so tomorrow we will do finally the regeneration of the Octree, hopefully. Or at least we will try to attempt it. And with that then working, we are pretty close to finishing off 0.4. Because I don't think I want it to be all brushes working, but like the base terrain should work. Let's put it that way. So yeah, thank you very much for joining. Unfortunate, but you can catch me tomorrow again. Yeah, tomorrow we will start maybe at 7, because today I was already kind of ready at 7, but then I was like, I will chill a little bit more. But I think starting at 7 might be worth it. Like getting a little bit, like starting a little bit earlier, maybe not doing until 10 like now. It's like a nice thing. But let's see, I will think about that. Like about the end time. All right. So yeah, as I said, we have the volume now on the terrain, on the GPU, so that's good. Tomorrow, let's do the generation. Have a nice rest of your evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow at 7. Have a nice day. Bye bye.